Hello and welcome to Rajshri Food. I'm Ruchi Bharani. In this episode, I'm making lachha paratha, which is a flaky layered flat bread. Let's start with making the dough. Wheat flour, 1.5 cup. Make a well in the center and add your yogurt, baking powder on top of the yogurt and just let it be for a minute so that it reacts. Salt to taste, 1 tablespoon of ghee. Let's start mixing all these ingredients. I'm going to add some lukewarm water to make this dough and make a nice soft dough. The dough is ready and I'm going to let it rest for at least 15 to 20 minutes. I'm going to divide the dough into 3 parts. I need a nice big ball for this paratha and make a nice round ball. Roll the dough in dry wheat flour and I'm going to make a very big roti. I'm going to apply a little bit of ghee or clarified butter. If you don't have ghee, you can always use oil. Sprinkle a little bit of wheat flour. If you don't put enough dry flour in the center, it won't be as flaky as you need it to be. Spread it a little. Let's make a fan fold. That is, let's make some thin pleats of the roti. And now I'm going to roll it. You should be able to make at least 6 to 7 pleats. Take the edge and put it at the back and then press on it. I'm going to roll the dough again in the dry flour and I'm going to roll on the bottom side. So just flip it over and roll the paratha. Take a heavy bottom pan and I'm already put it to heat. The pan should be nice and hot before you place the paratha. Let's flip it over. Brush a little bit of ghee. Up to you as much as you want to put. Let's flip it again and press it a little bit and cook it. Apply a little bit of ghee on the other side as well. Let's check on the other side. This needs to be cooked a little bit. And the paratha is ready. Let's just open the paratha a little bit so all the layers open up. And the lachha paratha is ready. This is a very filling paratha and can be enjoyed with various vegetables and even with plain yogurt. So do try it at home and let me know how it turns out. See you next time. Take care. Bye-bye. Gobi ka paratha is one recipe that comes straight from the food heartland of Punjab. Serve it with a dollop of curd and these yummylicious parathas can make for a perfect lunch, dinner or breakfast. I'm going to start with making the filling first. For that, I'm going to heat some oil. This is my version of the filling. So I'm just going to take very little oil. Once the oil is hot, for an added twist, I'm going to add very, very finely chopped capsicum. Just chop it as finely as you can. Or you can even use onions. Just saute it for a few seconds. And now I'm going to add finely grated cauliflower. Finely chopped green chilies. Just a little bit of turmeric powder. Garam masala. Very little red chili powder. A little bit of amchur or raw mango powder. And now I'm going to turn off the flame. And now I'm going to remove it from the hot pan, and if you've noticed, I've not added any salt as yet because I don't want it to ooze out all the water. So I'm going to add the salt after it cools down. So let's get this out. While the filling is cooling down, I'm going to make the dough. For that I have 3/4 cups of wheat flour. Add some oil. A little bit of salt. and water. And this dough is ready. Let it rest for 10-15 minutes. While the dough is resting, I'm going to add some salt and coriander leaves to the filling. Chopped coriander and salt. Mix it well. Now let's start rolling the parathas. Dust the board with some wheat flour. Take a small ball of the dough. I'm going to coat it with some dry wheat flour. Roll it in a thick round roti. And now I'm going to place some of this filling in the center, around 2 teaspoons. Fold it in a semicircle. Press it on the sides. Take a sharp edge bowl and just cut off the excess dough, which we can reuse again. Press it a little bit. Roll it in some wheat flour and start rolling it again. Even if some of the cauliflower or the capsicum comes on the surface, it's absolutely fine. It's going to be nicely cooked. And now this paratha is ready to be roasted. Let the paratha dry roast on one side for a few seconds and flip it over. Apply a little bit of ghee on the roasted side and flip it over. Some more ghee on the other side. Just lightly press it. Let's check the other side. Just cook it till you get these nice brown spots. And this paratha is ready. Let's just make all the parathas. These hot parathas are irresistible. This was my take on it, but if you have another one, please do share. Comment below, subscribe to the channel. See you next time. Bye-bye. Hello and welcome to Rajshri Food. I'm Ruchi Bhrani. In this episode, I'm going to make a traditional Gujarati flatbread called the thepla. You will not find any Gujarati traveling long distance without the supply of thepla. So let's see what I have here. 1.5 cup wheat flour, 1 cup methi or fenugreek leaves chopped, half lemon, half teaspoon coriander and cumin seed powder, 1/4 teaspoon turmeric powder, 3 teaspoon sugar, 1.5 tablespoon oil, half teaspoon red chili powder, 1 teaspoon ginger chili paste, 1/4 teaspoon asafoetida, salt to taste, 1.5 tablespoon curd. Let's start making the dough first. I have here wheat flour, coriander and cumin seed powder, red chili powder, turmeric powder, asafoetida, salt, sugar. If you like the bitterness of the fenugreek leaves, you can add less sugar, otherwise 3 teaspoons are necessary. Ginger chili paste, lemon juice, oil, 1.5 tablespoon, fenugreek leaves, curd or yogurt for binding. Let's bind the dough. Mix all the ingredients before adding water. I need a soft dough. And now I'm going to add water. Mix everything well. And the dough is ready. Let's start rolling the theplas. Take a nice big ball of the dough. I'm going to coat it with some dry wheat flour and also sprinkle some onto my rolling board. Let's start rolling this. If you feel the thepla is sticking to the board, add a little more dry flour. Not too thin, around 1 mm thick. Let's start roasting this. Let's place the thepla onto the hot pan. On medium flame, I'm going to let it cook for 30-40 seconds on either sides. When it's half cooked, just flip it over and apply a little bit of oil. Flip it over. On the other side too. And let it cook till you get nice brown spots. And the thepla is ready. The trick to keep the thepla soft is to pile them one on top of the other after roasting. You can eat it with plain yogurt or any pickle of your choice. Do try it at home and comment below. Don't forget to subscribe. See you next time. Take care. Bye-bye. Hello and welcome to Rajshri Food. I'm Ruchi Bharani. In this episode, I'm going to make kulcha with a twist. I'm going to be flavoring it with mint leaves. First, I'm going to start with soaking the yeast in lukewarm water. 1 teaspoon yeast, 2 teaspoons of sugar, and lukewarm water. Make sure the water is not very hot. And just let it rest for 2 to 3 minutes. Till the yeast is fermenting, let's mix all the other ingredients in the flour. 2 cups of plain flour. Add salt, ghee. Mix all the ingredients. After 2 minutes, you can see the yeast is fermented and it started floating onto the water. Let's mix this, and I'm going to use this yeast water to bind the dough. Yeast water. I'd soak the yeast in half a cup of water. If you feel the need to add extra water, you can always use some lukewarm water. After you mixed all the ingredients, I'm going to knock the dough straight onto the granite or a board. Sprinkle some plain flour on the board. Just take the dough and knock it. You have to continue doing this till it stops sticking to your hand. And the dough is ready. I'm going to make a depression in the center and keep it in a bowl and cover it with cling wrap. Let the dough ferment for at least 1.5 hours. If you're living in a cold region, then maybe 30 to 40 minutes extra. The fermented dough looks like this. Knock back the fermented dough. And now I'm going to make small rounds out of it. Roll the dough in dry flour. With the help of a rolling pin, roll it into a nice round roti. Apply a little bit of ghee or oil. Sprinkle some plain flour, some mint leaves. And now I'm going to fold it into a semicircle and roll the semicircle. Turn it and keep it upright and press it down. Roll it in plain flour again. And you can see all the mint leaves are nicely spread around. I'm going to cook it on a hot pan. After you see these few bubbles coming up, just flip it around. Apply a little bit of ghee. Flip it over, a little on the other side, just press it, flip it around, and the kulcha is ready. Hope you like this video. Don't forget to subscribe for more such interesting and simple recipes. Keep watching Rajshri Food and bring out the chef in you. See you next time. Bye-bye. Hi guys, in this episode, I'm going to make a simple and a healthy paratha called methi paratha, that is fenugreek leaves. And I'm going to start with making the most important thing, that's the dough. I have 1.5 cup of wheat flour, 1.5 tablespoon red chili powder, half a tablespoon turmeric powder, 1.5 tablespoon coriander and cumin seed powder, half teaspoon asafoetida, salt to taste, 2 tablespoons of oil, 1.5 cup of finely chopped fenugreek leaf. Let's mix all these ingredients. I'm going to add some water to make the dough. A nice soft dough. Little more water. And this dough is ready. Just let it rest for 10 to 15 minutes. Let's just make a few round balls of this dough. I'm going to take a ball and coat it with some dry wheat flour. Let's roll the paratha. Just roll it in a small round roti. I'm going to apply just a little bit of oil and some wheat flour. Fold it into a semicircle and fold it into another half, making a triangle. Coat it with the wheat flour again and roll it in a triangle. Make sure the edges are nice and thin, and this paratha is ready to roast. In a hot pan, I'm going to place the paratha. Just cook it on both the sides for around 30 seconds. And now I'm going to apply a little bit of oil on one side. Flip it over. Some oil on the other side as well, just a little bit. Press on it properly and let it cook. Let's check on it. I need to have brown spots like this, so just a few seconds on the other side as well. And the paratha is ready. Enjoy this paratha with plain yogurt, pickles or even coriander mint chutney. Do subscribe to the channel and send in your request. See you next time. Bye-bye. Hello and welcome to Rajshri Food. I'm Ruchi Bharani, and in this episode I'm bringing to you a flatbread from North India called the Makke ki roti, made out of maize flour or cornmeal. Let's look at the ingredients. 1.5 cup of maize flour or cornmeal, salt to taste, 1 teaspoon clarified butter or ghee, 1/4 teaspoon red chili powder, coriander leaves and lukewarm water. Let's start with making the dough first. I have here 1.5 cup of maize flour, salt to taste, red chili powder, coriander leaves and very little ghee or clarified butter. If you don't have ghee, you can always use oil. The most important thing to make this bread is to use lukewarm water to make the dough. Just add a little bit right now. A normal soft dough, a little more water. Just a little more water. And the dough is ready. Don't let the dough rest for more than 8 to 10 minutes, because the longer time it rests, it's going to become very soft and it's going to be very hard to make the roti then. I'm going to use a very simple trick to make this roti. I have a piece of butter paper over here. I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit of maize flour or cornmeal. Take a nice big ball of the dough. Flatten it out. Keep it in the center of your butter paper and fold it again. Press it a little bit, and with the help of a rolling pin, with light pressure, just roll the roti. Turn it around. Just keep turning it around so you get a nice round roti. If you feel the roti is sticking onto the butter paper, just open it up and sprinkle some more maize flour on both the sides. I need a 3 to 4 mm thick roti. Let's cook the roti on a hot pan. Medium flame. Apply a little bit of water, because this tends to dry out very easily. Let's just flip it and cook the other side as well. After both the sides are half cooked, I'm also going to cook it on the flame till you get nice and black spots. Flip it over. Apply a little bit of ghee onto the roti before serving. And my roti is ready to serve. Makke di roti and sarson ka saag is a perfect combination. Enjoy it on a cold winter evening. Do try it at home and let us know, and also send in your favorite recipe request. Don't forget to subscribe. See you next time. Take care. Bye-bye. Hello and welcome to Rajshri Food. In today's episode, we are going to make a very nice paratha called the Paneer Bhurji Paratha or Scrambled Cottage Cheese Paratha. So let's take a look at the ingredients. We have here butter, steamed carrots and French beans finely chopped, capsicums finely chopped, onion finely chopped, coriander leaves, tomatoes de-seeded and finely chopped, red chili powder, garam masala, sugar, ginger chili paste, salt to taste, paneer or cottage cheese cubes, onions cut lengthwise, all-purpose flour paste and coriander mint chutney. Also we have here some all-purpose flour rotis or maida rotis. All I've taken is all-purpose flour, oil and salt and made rotis out of them and half roasted them without any oil or butter. Or otherwise you can use ready-made tortillas. So let's start making the paneer bhurji or the cottage cheese bhurji first. So around 1.5 tablespoons of butter. I'm going to first add in my onions. I don't want to overcook my onions. I don't need to make them brown. I'm going to throw in my bell peppers, or you can use colored bell peppers or just the green capsicum, whatever you want. Steamed veggies, I have French beans and carrots. Next, I'm going to add in my tomatoes. They're de-seeded and chopped. Don't let your tomatoes cook too much. All your veggies just need to be sauteed for 1 or 2 minutes. And I'm also going to start adding all my spices. Now I'm going to add my ginger chili paste. Next will be my spices, that is red chili powder, garam masala and just a little bit of sugar. Throw in some coriander leaves. Mix all these ingredients together. Let them cook for 1 or 2 minutes. Don't overcook your vegetables. Let there be a slight bite because I don't want completely overcooked vegetables. Now I'm going to just crumble my paneer and add it with my vegetables. You can even grate it. Just in case you don't get cottage cheese, you can also add more vegetables and some cheddar or some other kind of cheese. I'm just going to mash it a little bit. I don't want very big cubes. I'm going to turn off the flame and then add the salt. That's because I don't want my vegetables to ooze out all the water. I'm adding around, say, 1 teaspoon of salt. Mix this well, and I'm just going to empty it in a bowl. Don't leave the mixture in a hot pan because otherwise it's going to continue to cook. Let's empty it in a bowl. Let this cool for a while because we don't want to fill hot stuffing into our rotis. Let's keep this aside. And over here I have all-purpose flour paste, which basically acts like a glue to seal the edges of the paratha. I've just taken 1 teaspoon of all-purpose flour, half a cup of water and just mix it together and heat it till it becomes thick. Let it cool down completely before we start using it. I have over here my roti or my corn tortilla. I'm going to apply some coriander mint chutney. Leave the edges just around the center. A nice layer. I'm going to sprinkle some onions. You can also squeeze in a little bit of lime juice on the onion. And now for the stuffing. Just enough, say maybe 2 to 3 tablespoons. And now I'm going to fold the paratha in a triangle shape. Apply the glue after giving it a shape so you know exactly where to apply the glue, and stick it. And on the other side, turn it upside down so that the glue sticks for a while. Till then, in a pan, just heat up a little bit of butter, not too much. And I'm going to place my paratha. Roast it till you have nice brown spots, and then I'm going to flip it over. With the help of another spoon, after my other side is also cooked, I'm just going to hold the paratha vertically so that my sides as well are well cooked. And my paratha is ready. You can also sprinkle some cheese on top and let it melt for like a couple of minutes till the other side is roasting. So parathas are ready, and now I'm going to chop it up into two before I serve it. So after cutting it into two pieces, I'm going to plate this. My paneer bhurji paratha is a very simple and easy to make paratha, unlike the other stuffed parathas. Enjoy it with coriander mint chutney and do try it at home and comment below. Don't forget to subscribe to Rajshri Food. See you soon. Take care. Bye-bye. Hello and welcome to Rajshri Food. In today's episode, we're going to do aloo paratha, which is a stuffed Indian bread. It is originally a Punjabi recipe but eaten in every household in India. So let's take a look at the ingredients. 1.5 cups of wheat flour, 1 tablespoon of oil, salt to taste, 2 potatoes boiled and mashed, 1/4 teaspoon garam masala, half a teaspoon amchur powder or raw mango powder, 1/4 teaspoon haldi or turmeric powder, 1 teaspoon ginger chili paste, coriander leaves, ghee for roasting. We'll first start with the dough. For that I have wheat flour, 1 tablespoon of oil, salt to taste. I'm going to make a well in the middle. Pour some water and mix the dough. Not a very soft dough. Little more water. The consistency of the dough has to be same as the normal chapati dough that you make every day. Not too soft, not too hard. I'm just going to apply a little bit of oil and let the dough rest for 15 to 20 minutes. This helps in keeping the dough moist and not letting it dry. Let's keep this aside. It's a very simple filling using potatoes as the base and just a few simple seasoning ingredients. So let's mix all of it together. Boiled and mashed potatoes, ginger chili paste. If you like it more spicy, you can add more, otherwise 1 teaspoon. Garam masala, very nice blend of all the spices. Amchur or raw mango powder, this will add the acidity needed. And just a little bit of turmeric powder for color. Salt to taste and lots of coriander leaves. Mix all of this well. We need the filling to be nice and dry and not very soft and soggy. So a tip for the potatoes is that after you pressure cook or boil your potatoes, make sure you cool it absolutely and then mash them so that we have a nice dry mash. Otherwise it's going to be very, very soft and it will be very difficult for you to roll the rotis or the parathas. And my filling is ready. I'm going to make 1.5 inch round balls out of this filling. So now we'll start making our parathas. For that we'll stuff the dough first and then we'll roll it. We'll take a nice big ball of the dough And we're going to roll this into a thick roti with a rolling pin on the rolling board. We'll use a little bit of dry wheat flour so that it doesn't get stuck to the base. After rolling out a thick roti, I'm going to stuff the paratha with the filling. But then I'm going to show you two ways of rolling it out. One is the normal way which everybody will be knowing, and then one is a secret tip by my mom. So let's take a look at that. So the normal way of making it is put the potato ball in the center and just get the entire dough together. That's what people usually do. And then press it and roll it out into a thick paratha again. But that's what I'm not going to do. I'm going to use my mom's trick. The first two steps are the same. Thick roti, the stuffing in the center, fold it into a semicircle, just press it on the sides. If we use the first way of making the paratha, there's too much of dough and we can barely even taste the stuffing. Just take a small steel bowl with a sharp edge and I'm just going to cut it into a semicircle so I get rid of so much dough. Make sure it's nicely sealed. Just press it a little bit and apply some dry flour and roll it. In this way, I just have enough dough to cover the filling. Not too thin. Thin out the edges though, because otherwise they're going to take a very long time to cook. And my paratha is rolled out. Now we're going to roast the parathas. So for that I'm going to heat up my pan and just apply a little bit of ghee onto my pan. If you don't like ghee, you can always use oil. I don't personally like ghee, but I'm still going to use ghee because originally people use ghee to roast the parathas. A little bit of ghee. Let's roast the paratha. Medium flame. Cook it till you get nice brown spots on either side. I'm going to flip it. And then flip it again. So basically, half cook either sides, apply a little bit of ghee or oil, and then cook it properly. Golden brown on either side. Press a little on the sides to cook it. It has to be this color on either side and it's ready now, so let's get it out. Serve it with a mild flavored raita. Aloo paratha can be served with coriander mint chutney, a mild flavored raita or just plain curd. It's an anytime dish. You can enjoy it for lunch, for breakfast or for dinner. Don't forget to subscribe and comment. See you in the next episode. Take care. Bye-bye.